Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and welcome to the crash course for Nightcrawler. He's releasing very soon. Before his offers go out, I wanted to discuss his abilities, T4 upgrades, ISO 8 options, um, how worth he is building in terms of gear and level. So we're going to talk about that. Then I'm going to tell you about my personal plans for him. And then at the end, we're going to do a quick recap. That way, when you unlock him, whether via offers or down the line via whatever event, you can make more informed decisions on how you build him. So let's start with his passive. I like looking at the passives first. Bamf. On spawn, he's going to gain speed up and charge. Speed up on spawn is great. It often means this character will probably go first. Apply evade to self and all X-Men. In raids, he's going to fill speed bar for himself and his extreme team. On turn, he's going to flip debuffs on himself. On crit, he's going to give speed bar to himself and his extreme team. When he dodges, he's going to heal self. When he drops below 30% for the first time, he's going to clear 3 debuffs, gain 3 evades. He's going to heal and barrier himself and fill speed bar. He has this blanket passive. The speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow. So this is a counter mechanic to Emma Frost's passive. And as you can see, this is tag blind. He doesn't care who his allies are. He's going to protect them from Emma Frost. And he also has the health passive for his team, where some of it actually is shared with all X-Men. When we look at the T4 upgrade, immediately I'm seeing the on spawn gain speed up, on spawn gain 2 charges, and that's an immediate yes. Beyond that, he also has the speed of this character, and each ally can only be reduced by slow. That's fantastic. These are amazing. This is an essential upgrade and a very high value one. So upgrade with without any doubt. It's a big upgrade, and I should also tell you, it also has this part on spawn in raids fill speed bar. On level 4, it only fills speed bar by 10%. When you upgrade it to level 5, it upgrades for 25. It gives speed bar for 25%. So that's just amazing value. This is just an amazing T4. So very essential. Definitely upgrade. All right, now let's look at his special. This is going to be his turn 1 ability on a very low 3-turn cooldown. And as I said, because he has speed up on spawn, most likely he's going to be the first character to act, and he's going to be performing this ability. Attack primary, apply stun, bleed, and exposed. Such an early stun. This is really great. Rebound chain to 3 targets within infinite spaces. This basically means it's a thrown weapon chain that can hit the same target again. But it's going to, in total, hit 4 characters. And then he's going to apply bleed to each target. He's going to apply evade to the most injured 2 allies. He's going to apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all allies. Tag blind all of this. He's going to gain safeguard for 2 turns. So he has 2 turn safeguard on a 3-turn cooldown. Amazing. If charged, which on spawn he gets 2 charges by himself. If he has forge, he can gain more charges. If charged, this ability is going to fill speed bar for himself and all X-Men for 20%. He's also going to fill speed bar for an additional non-X-Men ally who has the highest damage. That could be a Super Skrull, it could be an Apocalypse, it could be a Black Cat. So we could see him creep into Arena. I don't know yet, but that could happen. In raids, he's going to fill speed bar for X-Treme X-Men for an additional 20%, and then he's going to clear 1 charge. This attack cannot be countered. That's great. I think this is just a fantastic ability. The fact that it is so early, it's a stun, it's speed bar to the highest damage ally, and defense up everywhere. That, you know, like there are protectors that don't do that. So beautiful. When we look at the T4 upgrade, however, it increases the damage, it adds one more target, and it goes from applying evade to the single most injured ally to 2 most injured allies. I think this is a very, very high value upgrade, but I'm not going to call it essential because, you know, we don't want, if we call every ability essential, then we wouldn't have T4s left. So I think this is one you can hold off on, but have as a goal because it's very valuable. It's just, it doesn't, you know, change the function of the character or the team. So keep that in mind. All right, let's look at his ultimate ability. Shadow Barrage. This is going to be on turn 2, and it's on a long 8-turn cooldown. Attack all enemies for 500 piercing. Clear. He's going to clear all buffs. He's going to apply slow to everybody and apply vulnerable to everybody. He's going to clear all charges from the primary. Apply +1 speed up to self and all X-Men allies. Again, all X-Men, not just X-Treme. And then he's going to prolong the duration of all buffs on all allies. Tag blind by 1 up to a maximum of 3. So he can apply speed up and then extend that himself. That's really cool. If this is with, like, he's with a Super Skrull or an Apocalypse or anybody, he can apply those beautiful safeguards. He can extend those beautiful safeguards, immunities, what have you, evades, death proofs. Whatever team he's on, he's just going to extend everything. On turn 2. This attack gains 500% extra focus. It's unavoidable, unblockable, uncounterable, and kind of irresistible. Well, 500% extra focus. It can still be resisted, but it has high focus. So it's just a great ability. He's gonna clear all buffs from everybody. Yeah, just amazing ability. And then when we look at the T4 upgrade, it increases the damage. It's piercing, so high value to all targets, high value. And then it adds the clause about him prolonging all buffs. In a raid where this team is punching down, or like it is built, overbuilt, I can see this prolonging not mattering as much. But for a plug-and-play character that you might hope to use in other game modes with other characters, with other teams, I think this is just a fantastic upgrade. And I think I can call this essential, so definitely go for this upgrade. Probably not before the passive, but, you know, prolonging all buffs is great. And this team has a lot of them, so yeah, you can't go wrong with this upgrade. It's a fantastic ability. It is a high cooldown, but that's okay. All right, let's look at his basic Night Slash. Attack primary target, piercing, pure piercing. Flip 1 buff. Bonus attack 3 times. Flip 1 buff on each time. Right? I think so. So he's in total flipping 4 buffs. In raids, if he has 3 or more X-Men allies, on the last bonus attack, apply ability block. Ability block on a basic. On crit, let me tell you, he also does this on his ISO attack in raids. On crit, gain 1 regeneration. For each subsequent crit, he's going to extend that regen. And when hitting into exposed, this attack gains 100% crit chance. So this is the third character we have that has the exposed mechanic. He applies it on his special. and he takes advantage of it on his basic. In my sense, so far this is probably the weakest interaction with exposed, but that's okay. Having 100% crit chance against it means in raids, if you hit into exposed, you're gonna apply ability block. Oh, sorry. It just means you're gonna have crit, which means you give 10% speed bar to your whole team. I don't know if you necessarily want to like focus on hitting exposed. It seems okay to me. We're gonna get into ISOs a little bit, and there's gonna be some nuances to this, but in raids, applying ability block on basic and ISO is really nice, which leads into our T4 upgrade, which is just that. And I'm gonna say this is essential because being able to ability block somebody on a basic is amazing. So that's an essential upgrade. Yeah. So go for it. Upgrade it. He's just a great character. All right. Let's talk about ISO classes. We briefly touched upon it. So I think he's gonna split between raids and outside raids. The reason for that is in raids he applies this ability block on his basic, right? So as a striker, he's gonna be able to take very good advantage of that. So in raid, we're gonna probably want him as a striker. One thing is, on his special he applies stun, but there are characters that clear stun. So there are many cases where applying that additional ability block might be redundant. But if it's like a Super Skrull or a Doom or an Apocalypse, come to think of it, do we have any of those in the raid? I don't think we do. So maybe it is redundant. But I think in raids as a striker, he's gonna be great. But outside of raids, we're definitely gonna want him as a raider because he's gonna lose that ability block. That means the main mechanic that we're focusing on is going to be this on crit, fill speed bar by 10%. So we're going to want him to crit. That's why Raider is going to be great for him. He gets 25% from Gambit's passive when Gambit has evade. He gets 25% from Forge's passive when Forge has that specific upgrade. So he doesn't necessarily always have those buffs. That's why having him as a raider will really increase that odd. And then there's probably going to be a lot of cases where we use him off of his team, and in those cases especially, he's going to want to lean on the boost from raider. That all said, initially when he's a 1-star unlock character, so we're going to have him at very low levels. In those cases, we're going to want these abilities to happen. That's why initially, of course, we're going to run Skirmisher and then down the line upgrade to Striker 4, Raider 4. And if you're only going to do one, I would do Raider to 4. If you're low on blue 4s, I would do Raider to 4 because in raids, even if you don't have that striker, he's going to perform really well as a Raider. Whereas outside, you're going to want him as Raider max. And then you might have noticed I've been raving about this character. I think he's fantastic. He's in the conversation of like a Quicksilver or a Silver Surfer. He's one of those characters. So build him. build him as much as you can and are able to. Uh, Level wise, definitely max. Gear wise, there is one issue, and that is called osmium. We have a lot of osmium characters. Two of them required for Apocalypse, Morgan Le Fay, and Gambit. Um, Vol, Nova are really important characters for their sections for Dark Dimension 6. So osmium is a crunch. That's why definitely make sure you're achieving your goals regarding Apocalypse and Dark Dimension 6. After that, he is a very high priority, and you should upgrade him as much as you're able to. I think you can't go wrong with Nightcrawler. So that's gonna be my assessment of that. Um, then let's talk about what I'm gonna do. I plan on. I hope so. The last character that was a 1-star unlock was Gambit, and they had crazy offers for him. Like I don't think anything was under 100. I hope that's not the case with him. Uh, I think like $50 is roughly what I'm looking to spend, which in US that's like a 100 shot unlock offer. Um, I don't know how it works for your necessarily your currency, but that's like the 3-star unlock offer range. So that's what I am hoping to spend. Uh, is it conceivable that I could be tempted to spend more? Maybe. I'd rather not. I don't love spending on offers. I like the game, but I like to spend very stingily. Is that even a word? Anyway, so anyway, that's what I plan on buying if there is such an offer. I will take him to Gear 17 as soon as I can, because I only have enough osmium for that much. Then once he gets, once I get the osmium, he's my number one priority. I'll take him to Gear 18. I think this is a top tier choice for a Dark Dimension 6 or a future Dark Dimension 7. So definitely watch out for that. And then, okay, yeah, I'm going to upgrade him as high as possible. All of his abilities I'm going to T4. I usually bank a lot of them, and I'm not going to spare anything. He's great. And then ISO 8 wise, I'm probably going to unlock him at 3 stars. At that level, I'm probably going to want to do the Skirmisher initially. I'll do like Blue 3. Then once I'm at 5 stars, probably I will go for the Raider Blue 5. And yeah, I mean, I'll do Striker and Raider Blue 4. And then Raider I'll probably take to 5. He's just great. And now that I think about it, I don't want to put any idea. I don't want to give them any ideas. I hope he's not dark promos. We don't know anything about it. He's on a raid team. I would hope he's not DPCs. Let's see. If that's the case, he might have to stay Skirmisher for a little longer, honestly. But I'll try to upgrade him. If he is dark promos, he will become my number one priority. I recently just did Juggernaut to 5, so I did lose a bit of my stock. I think I have like 1,200 dark promos right now, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Yeah, so that's my plan. Abilities, offer, gear, ISO. Yeah, we did everything. Yeah, then I think I've been rambling. I know. Let's just recap it. Nightcrawler is fantastic. His passive, basic, ultimate are essential abilities. His special is very high value. He himself is very high value, so upgrade him as much as you're able to. ISO 8 wise, Raider is fantastic for him outside of raids in every game mode. And even in raids, he'll do great as a Raider. But in raids, Striker also has very high value. So definitely, he is probably going to be one with two classes flipping back and forth. I hope they, give us a treat with that interface and let us fix it on the squad select scene. All right, one final note. Thank you for doing the crash course with me. You may have noticed I've been putting out graphics alongside these crash course videos recently. I'm posting those on Instagram, and I will link it below. This is the one for Nightcrawler, and you can find that below. I started doing that since Lizard, and everything is on my Instagram. I hope you check it out. Thank you for being here with me. I hope to see you in the next one, hopefully with a lot less rambling. I think I've just been gushing over this character too much. Thank you. Have a good one.